Hello everyone, I am going to give you a brief summary of our recent work on continuous experience-aware language model. Before we go to buy an item, we often refer to the online review communities about what experienced users say about a given item. Therefore, an interesting task is to find out the experience level of the users. Once we can do this, we can also use it to recommend items to the users based on the level of experience or maturity to consume them. For instance, consider these following reviews. You can straightforward see that the second user is much more experienced in handling DSLR cameras, whereas the first user is an amateur. We want to use this assessment to generate future recommendations to these users. Previous works in this domain have modeled the experience evolution of the users using discrete models. However, we model the users to evolve continuously over time as is more natural, using Geometric Brownian Motion. Geometric Brownian Motion has been previously used in financial markets to model stock price fluctuations. From the Geometric Brownian Motion trajectories of the users, we can derive interesting insights. For instance, we can find out that experienced users progress faster than amateurs and also exhibit higher variance. Now, as the user experience evolves, the language model in terms of writing style and vocabulary also evolve. However, making the language model continuous is very tricky as words have to be ultimately generated from discrete distribution. We propose an approach using Brownian motion where we merge these two distributions smoothly and continuously over time, where we take into consideration the temporal resolution at which experience and the language model evolve are not the same. From the Brownian motion trajectories of the words, we can derive interesting insights. For example, we can trace the evolving norms and conventions in the community with both time and experience. We can also derive interesting word clusters as used by users at different levels of experience. From there, we can derive interesting insights. For example, users in the beer community who are much more experienced use fruity words to describe beer taste as opposed to the amateurs. To know more technical details about our work, please attend our talk. You can also find the resources online in the following links. Thank you.